Imagine you had to create a dream from scratch. Where would you even start? Would you build a world, fill it with fictional characters? How would you set up a convincing reality? And in the mental void preceding a dream, what tools would you even have to build with? For the conscious mind, this task is impossible, but for the unconscious mind, it's effortless. Think of the unconscious as a second mind, as said by Jack Tanner, working in concert with the conscious mind to navigate in the world. You can think of this second mind as the production mind. It's a powerhouse that can produce anything imaginable, but it lacks a guiding compass. Meanwhile, the conscious mind has a very clear discernment and understands where it wants to go, and a rough idea of how to get there, but tragically has very little power to make it happen. They're like two parts of a team, one with the blueprint, the other with the tools working together to create our reality. When the two parts cooperate, magic happens. Consciousness makes use of the unconscious by giving suggestions of the type of things the unconscious should produce. While we're awake, the unconscious is doing a myriad of things that the consciousness is not in control of, or even aware of. Keeps the body alive, gathers data, moves our bodies both reflexively and instinctually. But it also presents information and proposes ideas to the conscious mind. How does the consciousness respond? By influencing the unconscious in the most straightforward way possible, through pleasure and pain. Rewarding the unconscious with yes, more of that, or rejecting it with no, stop that. And here's the fascinating part. This exchange never stops for as long as you are alive, and potentially after. Whether we're awake or asleep, the unconscious is always creating. When you are awake, your unconscious mind is drawing your attention to this or that, posing streams of thought about things you observe. Consciousness continually fine-tunes these prompts from the unconscious until it reaches a state where the consciousness no longer demands improvement. When we go to sleep, this does not end. The only thing that changes is the unconscious shifts focus from external data and instead focuses on presenting internally generated content. What's more, the unconscious has learned exactly what content will push the buttons of consciousness, because a primary part of what consciousness does is to tell the unconscious exactly how. The unconscious has been primed to put on the most engaging shows imaginable for consciousness. These shows are our dreams. An interesting question arises from this dynamic. Are we ever not dreaming? When awake, the unconscious tunes into external reality, but to what degree is internal content truly suppressed? Can we ever be sure that we are not dreaming in a non-trivial way all the time? Are daydreams moments when internal content overshadows external waking reality? How can we truly separate what content comes from within and what is truly objective and external? Harry Knox explains the relationship between consciousness and the unconscious this way. Consciousness is an evolution of the unconscious mind. Consciousness is language-based, conceptual unconsciousness. The unconscious deals in A, the wordless mathematical language, and B, in wordless symbols, signs, icons, images, and feelings, as in dreams. Words ultimately define consciousness because words, and how they are arranged, allow the construction and linking of concepts. In reality, dreams are projections of the unconscious mind that our conscious mind gets to watch and experience. While awake, our conscious mind, the left hemisphere, is in charge, leaving the unconscious, right hemisphere, playing the supporting role. When we sleep, these roles are reversed and the subconscious takes center stage, while the consciousness generally sits back and tries to enjoy the movie. Sometimes it's a comedy, and other times it's a nightmare. This ties into an intriguing idea about ancient humanity based on the work of psychologist Julian Jaynes. During the transition from bicameralism to the modern consciousness, our ancestors lived in a state where they couldn't distinguish between internal dreams and external waking reality because the mind hemispheres were more evenly balanced. Could this have been why our ancestors seemed to be so much more in touch with the supernatural and the divine? Could they have been literally experiencing these attributes of non-locality on a daily basis? And as we move toward modern consciousness, did we leave behind the impression of being abandoned by the gods? Could this be the reason behind the nature of current mainstream religions? When you fully understand dreams, their connection to the unconscious, and their relationship with reality, you'll see that they're more than a nightly phenomena. Dreams are proof of a universe rooted in mind. They're whispers of a greater reality, a universe necessarily built with mathematical precision and fully knowable only through ontological mathematics.
If you enjoyed this video, like it, leave a comment, and subscribe for more. Also, be sure to check out our link tree in the description to discover more and connect with us. You can also visit illumination.nexus or visit reddit.com/r/thegrailsearch and speak with us there. Thank you for watching.